Wallace.
And I have Don Holly here with me.
3 phases, dressage, cross country, show jump. And you're out on course and something's going wrong or going right. You know how to react to what they're doing.
It was built originally to be a schooling facility, and so everything's set up very conveniently.
Welcome to the Jon and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros, and we are really excited to be here. We have Rick on location at the Maryland 5-star. Rick, thank you for making the trip up there.
Definitely, it's exciting to be here. I'm sorry you're not here with me, but you know what? This is the next best thing.
Talking to you while you're there?
Yeah, you are talking to me while you're...
Oh, sorry. I was going to say that's the next best thing. I thought that was a question. I thought we were on Jeopardy.
No, next best thing. But, you know, I'm sitting here. I found a spot that everybody could see, but behind me is where the new Maryland 5 is being run. This is the fairgrounds and where the steeplechase is located. Right behind me, right where that rail is, that's the steeplechase course, and it is beautifully mowed and looks terrific. And then there's the end gate or the infield of that, and then you see the young horse dressage rings are right there. And then on the top of the hill up here is where the top of the stadium for the main dressage ring and show jump will be.
Your audio went out there for a minute. What's at
Can
the
you hear
top
me?
of the hill?
Top of the hill is the top of the stadium for the dressage and the show jump.
Got it.
And it's totally surrounded with tents and big grandstands, and so it looks like a big venue. They've really done a good job converting what was here into looking like a mainstay stadium. So it's going to be quite interesting to watch.
Well, it looks amazing. I can't wait. I'm sure you're going to be giving lots of updates throughout the week. So that'll be cool.
I am. And, you know, based on the fact the 5 long and the 3 long is here, I know a lot of people get confused because they hear about Maryland 5, right? So the 3 long championship for the United States is here located at Maryland 5.
Yes.
And they will be getting the same experience as the 5 long. They will be competing in the same show or dressage ring and show jump ring as the 5 long.
Right. Well, and as they should be, right? It's the 3 championships. So good on them. And I know Briggs is there and he's going to have his awesome little mare Hottie going. So that's
right. Core Tour. Yeah. Elise is here with one of my other horse, Menson Slew, and then Sharp Decision. She's also here with a Mustang. They have her doing a Mustang demonstration in that main ring on Friday. So everybody on live stream, make sure you join in, see Elisa Wallace with her Mustang Rune. And then of course, everybody else competing here. I've got people from across the pond sitting right across from me. I saw Ollie Townend just a little while ago. Janelle and Tim Price were on their horses waving. And so it's really exciting being here.
Yeah. And I was just looking at the start list here for cross country, and you know, I see we've got Buck as the trailblazer, and I think that's pretty fitting that we have a Davidson being the first guy on cross country at the new 5-star in the autumn, right up there in the Northeast. So I thought that was pretty cool. So you got Buck, Boyd, and Will Coleman as your first 3 out. And you go down this list, I think there's 48 people entered. And I'm just kind of briefly looking at it here. And it's a pretty awesome list as you go down it. You got Buck there, you got Boyd there, you got Will Coleman, Will Faudree, Lauren's represented. Obviously, Phillips got a horse. You got Clayton, Lynn Szymanski's there, which is good because I hadn't seen Lynn out in a little bit. So that's good she's out there. All the names are there.
Who's Lynn on?
Lynn is on Cool Play.
All right.
And then actually, I was pretty excited to see Ashlyn Michael is there. So Ashlyn actually used to work for me a little bit. She's got a great jumping horse. She's from out in Montana. She worked for Tamie a little while, I think. And I'll tell you what, you talk in this sport about people who sort of spend time with these horses at their younger stages, their lower level careers, building up their confidence. And Ashlyn has that horse. It can be a little tricky into water. And there was questions when she first got it out here to the East Coast, if it was going to be that horse or not. And having it there entered ready to go is a huge accomplishment in and of itself. And I think she's going to have a great go, but I just, want to give her a little shout out for that as well.
That's awesome. I mean, to persevere in the sport and keep coming at it because, as we've heard from Caitlin later in the show and Tamie Smith is another prime example. And you, I mean, you're never going to have a clear, no problem run all the way up to the 5-star long. And I think, as we build horses, you're going to have ups and downs. So, good for her for sticking to it. And I can't wait to see the field go. I'm, again, really excited about being here. I don't think I've mentioned, I'm actually looking forward at the grass field that's sort of on an angle that I competed here in 1989 during Hurricane Hugo.
Right.
And they literally, it was raining so hard, they were holding up jumps. People were, the wind was blowing, but it hasn't changed a bit on this side of the grounds. And it's cool to see what's happening on this side of the grounds. So I'm excited to be here.
Well, and it seems like as you walk around it, you've been telling me a little bit about it, but like they've done an amazing job. Things are really transformed into a true 5-star, but obviously they must have plans to continue this into the future as well. I'm sure it's going to only get better.
Yeah. I was walking around talking to some volunteers and while we're excited about this, one of the volunteers been doing this for 30 years here. And she said to me, wow, this looks great. And she was at the vendor village behind me. And she said, I'm going to really, really miss where this used to be. She said, it was quite a really different kind of feel for an event. And of course the 4-long was there in the backfield on the other side. And I said, that's true. I mean, we might have a little bit of sadness closing that down, but it's certainly exciting seeing this build up and to something for Maryland that probably it's only the second 5-star long in North America. And so it's going to be exciting to see it build and come along.
For sure. And I'll tell you what, like, I agree that cross country over there was great, but when it starts raining, and it will, because it's Maryland,
Right.
In the autumn, when it starts raining and your stalls aren't flooding and you're not knee deep in mud, you'll be thankful you're on the new side.
You're on the new side, which, and again, they didn't have to build infrastructure for barns because they're using the same barns that were here 32 years ago.
Right.
They look terrific. They're refurbished. They're matted. They got the FEI stabling here as well for the 4-long behind the security gates. I just saw Will Coleman ride by Lauren Kiefer a little while ago. It's certainly exciting. Again, John, I wish you could be here with me, but we'll keep you
Next
updated.
year. Yeah, we'll be everybody will be there next year for sure. So I want to just take a little change of gear here and just briefly, we need to talk about Morven because Morven Park just finished up.
It did.
And obviously the 4-long was a true cross-country track put on by, I guess it was Derek.
Correct.
So, I mean, I will say, like, initially when people were calling me about walking that course, they were saying how it actually walked pretty nice. And, one person actually said to me, I know I'm going to regret saying this, but it walks really pretty straightforward. I think it'll be good. And they did regret saying that. But, you go through the results here and it was tough. I mean,
I know I followed it actually live time. I was interested in seeing what was going on. So I was actually watching Boekelo and then keeping track of Morven. And to your point, as I kept on seeing results come in and some things that was shocking. Unfortunately, there were some falls going on, but I think 24 started or 27. How many started there?
Keep talking and I'll tell you.
I think it was 24, 25. I think 13 didn't complete. So I think what started capturing people from what I heard on Derek's course is that
24.
24, while Morven has a lot of land, I think it was a twisty turny course. And I think he had strides set up on galloping Kentucky strides. And I think it caught people off guard.
Well, I will say this, not to not to be too negative on anything here, but you had 24 start, you had 1, 2, 3 rider falls, you had 2 mandatory retirements, which would be horse falls. You had an elimination. I'm not sure what that would have been. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retirements, which the retirements are fine. That's just people not having a good day and deciding to pull up. But when you go, it's always tough, right? Because you didn't have that many starters, but you talk about percentages when you look at these courses. And I know Derek's statistics at Kentucky, we can talk about whether those were good courses around the 4 long or the 4 short or not, but statistically it was not good at Kentucky this spring. And now you go to Morven Park and you have the 4 long, and statistically that is not good. And so I think, it's a question. Is it not good because the riders weren't riding well, or was it not designed great, or what? But it's tough.
And that's kind of what my brain was ticking there is, is Derek building? He was obviously the builder at the Tokyo, right?
Yep.
And I think maybe in his mind, he's starting to build what he feels should be championship courses, even though it might not have been a championship course, or maybe courses that prep. I think there's some back and forth about what these courses should look like, and should they do what you just said they do? Or, to David O'Connor's point, when he speaks, should we be building them up to be prepared for something like Morven in a different setting somewhere else? So
I think that's a good question. And to me, I think you're going to get the answer when Derek takes over building Burley.
Right.
And if those guys go out there and smoke around that course, then you can say, right, so we aren't up to standard over here. But myself, maybe I'm a bit of a homer. I would say that I think cross country for the US were pretty good. I know, maybe it didn't quite go the way we wanted at Tokyo, but I think we're pretty good cross country riders. And
well, we just had time in Kentucky and some rails. That wasn't cross country. So.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, but I guess all I'm saying is statistically,
I
those
agree.
Wouldn't have been great competitions for Derek as a designer. And I'm actually just transitioning back to Maryland there at the 5-star.
Right.
It'll be really, I'm sure Ian is not going to have any sympathy for the riders. He's going to be testing them right to the level. And it'll be interesting to see how everybody goes around it.
I agree. And if you think about Ian Stark and his courses, I know he designed Carolina a while back, maybe 2 years ago. I know in his mind, with Murphy himself and the great horses that he's had, he likes to make you walk a line and think it's on the half stride.
Right.
And that just tells you that he's really thinking that you need to be going forward. So we'll see what happens out there.
Yeah, we will. Well, listen, we need to take a break. And when we get back, Rick, we get to catch up with Tamie Smith.
I know, which would take us into the Boekelo results in the United States winning the silver at the Nations Cup.
Yeah, we actually do need to quickly mention that, don't we? You're right. Thank you for the catch.
Yep.
Go Team USA.
Right.
I think this is something I just want to briefly touch on, right, with you is, we talk about as a country how we want to have better results and the team needs to do better. And, when we don't go well, we get really disappointed and we pout as a country. And, I guess I'm as much to blame as anybody, right? Because we went through this whole first segment and didn't mention it till now.
Right.
Silver medal at the Nations Cup final, guys. That's incredible.
Then a 4 long at Boekelo.
Yeah. Great job, team.
And I know we're trying to wind this one down, and just again, to make note, cross country was really good, and where we could have done better was in the show jump. And I know show jump was really tough, but we lost 16 points in the show jump with the team, and that would have carried us into the gold.
Yeah, absolutely. So, sort of to our initial point there, cross country, always got to be working on it. It is the heart of the sport, but I think as a country, we're more than competent at that. It takes all the parts, doesn't it? For sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Horse Trailer Pros. Appreciate you being our big supporter, and Jon, can't wait to keep going with our show.
All right. We'll be back with Tamie. Go USA.
Go, go, go.
Want to advertise on the Jon and Rick Show? Contact Jon at 352-875-8622
Or call Rick at 850-879-2649.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
When it comes time to compete, I demand the best out of my horses and myself. That's why Elemental Fit Lab, the home of CrossFit antics, is my home gym. Coach Vilma and her team create a fun, welcoming environment for athletes of all levels. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, Elemental Fit Lab will guide you towards a stronger, healthier version of you. Mention the Jon and Rick Show to get 3 free personal training sessions with enrollment. You know who really loves horses? Chiros. That's short for chiropractor. My friends Dr. Philip and Dr. Angela from Synchrony Chiropractic taught me that. And right now you can visit kairoslovehorses.com. That's kairoslovehorses.com and mention the Jon and Rick Show when you book for a special treat from these special docs. I now know horses need a chiropractor too, and the team over at kairoslovehorses.com, that's kairoslovehorses.com, have got their back. Again, check out kairoslovehorses.com, that's kairoslovehorses.com.
Sweet Dixie South is an equestrian facility built for the lifestyle of eventers of all levels. Whether you are coming to Ocala for the entire season, a week, a month, or a year, this beautiful 160-acre farm is the place to settle in and enjoy your time with horses. They offer a full cross-country course with 2 water features, banks, ditches, and amazing footing to gallop, a spectacular all-weather footing ring, large grass jumping fields, and dressage rings. Located in the rolling hills of North Marion County in Reddick, Florida, Sweet Dixie South has 100 stalls and numerous paddocks, apartments, a line of camper hookups, washer and dryer amenities, as well as common areas to complete your experience during your stay. Under the ownership of Mike Campbell and the management of Can-Do Joe Adams of Top Rail Tack, Sweet Dixie South has transformed into a premier eventing training facility in Florida. Go to www.sweetdixiesouth.com for more information.
Hey, Rick here. Do you have a horse suffering from poor performance, anxiety and fear, low appetite, agitation, or nervousness? Stress Less can help. Stress Less, the hot horse remedy, is veterinarian-developed, show-safe, all-natural formula that promotes calmness, focus, and mood balance in horses experiencing stress related to training, showing, racing, stall rest, and travel. This equine supplement encourages calmness, focus, and mood balance without affecting the motor skills or energy levels of your horse. It promotes a more willing and balanced temperament with no drowsiness or impaired function, resulting in increased focus, a calm mind, and a happier horse and rider. Try Stress Less today and see for yourself why we think Stress Less is the best hot horse remedy you will find. Check us out at centerlinedistribution.net and on Facebook and Instagram as Stressless Horse Supplement. Welcome back to the Jon and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros, and this is our Stress Less segment. We are joined by the world traveler, Tamie Smith, fresh off the top 10 finish at Boekelo. Hey, Tamie, how you doing? And thanks for joining us.
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're awesome. Thanks for coming on.
Jon, why don't you hit her up with all those good questions you had?
Well, I mean, first thing is congratulations on the team silver medal. That's super exciting. And I believe we said, or you told us you're sitting there in Frankfurt at the airport getting ready to make your trip back home to Maryland, yeah?
Yes, that's the plan right now. I'm getting ready to board in about 15 minutes.
Awesome. So obviously you've had a lot going on this year. You went over, hung out at Aachen for a bit. Then you went to Tokyo, back to Aachen, and then went back over to Boekelo. So let's talk about this weekend. So you had the team competition there, and Just tell us a little bit what that was all about. I know you've been to Boekelo before, but what was the team like? What was the atmosphere like? How was the competition?
I think that they said that they had record crowds, 20,000 more than they've ever had. So that was quite overwhelming on cross country day. For my horses, they're quite green. They would have never seen any kind of crowd like that. And I think all the horses that were there were strong horses, like Sydney, Jenny, and Matt's all have done 5-star. I was first out in the order of go. We had a great group, a little bit green, but everybody was like super excited and ecstatic about trying to pull off a good result. And we just went out and went for it. And all the horses were super. We all came nearly close to time. I think I had 2 times. Jenny had 1, and the other 2, Matt had some trouble. His horse didn't quite read the last water, as what happens at Boekelo. I swear there's monsters in the water. So it fell there, but he was going for it and he was on his minutes, and it's really cool to see him, go fast, because that wouldn't be kind of his personality. And Hallie had a super go. She was there as an individual. And unfortunately for Katie, she had some bad luck in the day before after trot ups. Her horse had a minor thing happen while she was riding him, and then she didn't get to run. But overall, the cross country was very similar to a few years ago. The technicality was strong enough. It wouldn't be a huge track, but it's very fast going. I mean, it literally feels like you're getting chased by the police when you're trying to make the time. So, you take risks, and when you're going that fast, just anything can happen. So it was just really cool to see. I was 5th out of the order of go on a bit of a green horse, and he ate it up and was super. And same with the other 2 that came home clear.
So the dressage, I know when I was there last, we still did it on the grass. Now it's sort of the other side of the stabling, I believe, and they have a really nice all-weather arena. So when I remember being at Boekelo, it was, you kind of went in there, and by the end of the competition, if you got a late draw, the footing really changed, and it became a bit of a challenge to get a good test out of them. Obviously, they've changed that a little bit, but that said, do you think being early or late in the order plays it all into, it can't play that much into the dressage, does it?
You know what? I do think, depending on what kind of judges you have, some of them aren't as confident as others. I mean, it's just like riding. I think that judges are all learning how to judge and do the best job that they can. But I mean, I was, I think, 5th or 6th in the order, and I got a 24 point something on Donito, and then California was 3rd to last, and she got a 25 point something. So I think when you have really good basics in your training, I think that the judges reward you for that.
And pardon my ignorance here, but which horse was the team horse then?
Donito.
Donito.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and so then you go out cross country. I know that cross country there is historically very wet going, but it's pretty unique ground in that it doesn't hold. What's the track like? Like when I remember being there and walking around that course the couple times I've been, it was like part of it was almost through a plowed field. Have they rectified that situation, or do you still have mud?
No, it's still like that. It rained quite a bit at the beginning of the week, and the ground was quite wet. Like my warm up for dressage, we only have one dressage arena, so we had to warm up on the grass, and it was very slick. So I had pre-rode Donito, so I basically walked because I'd go to canter and he'd slip behind, and we made the change. I told everybody, hey, if you're going to get on soon enough to be on the grass, put studs in. And typically you wouldn't really need a stud to ride in the grass there. The cross country still goes along the same track that you would have gone to back when, it's the same as 2011. And I've been there 4 times.
Right.
The course designer gives you a little bit more open gallopy fences, but those waters are trappy and scary, and they have monsters in them. And so randomly horses just fall down for no reason. And it's just very difficult to make the time. The ground was quite fast. I think Danito, when he first went out, it wasn't as quick. The ground wasn't feeling as quick as it was after 68 horses went on it before I went on California. I went on California and it was very fast ground. Danito, it was still a little bit cushiony, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And it wouldn't have a base, like we have. It's just, like you said, plowed fields through random properties. So, but God, Boekelo put on an amazing show. The vendors and the crowds and the people, it was 20,000 more. I mean, how is that even possible? It was so invigorating to see all the crowds and so much fun, and a little nerve-wracking going to fence one because you're not, you have like 7 deep on both sides of the gallop ropes of people. And that's, you just don't know whether your horse is going to go down to fence one. Danito in the past, before I got him, was a little bit nappy. And so I just didn't know how he'd react to it, but he was a champion. He was perfect everywhere. So it was good.
And so obviously you went there because it's a Nations Cup competition. It's the Nations Cup final. You made us all really proud with the whole team there, but I try to explain to people, like, why do you go to Boekelo? Because everything you hear about Boekelo is it's not really big. It's technical, but not exceptionally technical. It's really muddy, but it is a place that as a competitor, I really love to go and I think is good for the horses. So explain to us, like, you took the one horse there to be on the team, but why would you take a horse like California over to Boekelo if it's all of the things I just described?
California is a horse that I got just the last year and a half, and she's a little behind on her education as far as eventing goes. She show jumped in Argentina up to 1.30 meters, and then came over here and just was introduced to eventing. And when I got her, she's had quite a bit of a quick trajectory. She's turning 10 in November, and I just wanted to catch her up, really. You cannot copy or duplicate anything like Boekelo as far as crowds and championship atmosphere anywhere in the world. There's nothing like it. So that was more the question, more than I already know she jumps all the jumps. And ultimately, if you have your horses trained, they do. But how do they handle the atmosphere and the pressure of that kind of atmosphere? And that, to me, is more of a sign of a true championship horse more than actually jumping jumps.
Right. No, that's a great way to put it. We've got like a minute left in this segment here, Rick, and then hopefully Tamie can stick around one more. Do you have anything else here right now?
Yeah, Tamie, obviously I have my eyes on you and watching the whole time. I'm a big fan. You're a really good friend. So congratulations to you, number one, and the team for doing such a great job. Look, I just drove 17 hours to Fair Hill and I was wiped out. And I'm like thinking of Tamie Smith, who has been back and forth, I don't know how many times right now, riding all these horses, and you're doing so great. How are you doing this?
I think I just don't, I took on this, it's a huge Herculean effort. I knew what was in store for me. I'm not getting any younger. I'm a grandma now. And I you know what, I don't have a choice. I think if I had a choice to be tired, like tomorrow morning, I'm definitely going to be flat out exhausted, but I still have a young event horse championship to go to in Galway Downs for long, and then I can sleep. So it's all in your mentality, Rick.
That's right. Well, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And, I'm going to give you a big hug. I'm so, so proud of you. I know we had some conversations back at Jersey Fresh, and you just stepped up to the plate, and I think you really deserve it. And from a friend to a friend, congratulations. And I can't wait to hug you.
Thanks, man.
Hi, I'm John Halling, and this is my wife Jen, and we run Halling Eventing out of Willow Run Farm here in Ocala, Florida. We love our Jump for Joy jumps.
We are standing in front of one of my favorites, which is our Jump for Joy angled brush, which we have up on our bank complex so we can prepare the horses for the 3 days that are coming up. And it is very mobile, and we can put it anywhere we need to give the horses the questions that they need to see before we go and compete.
So we love them for cross country. We also have them in our show jump ring. They're great. You never have to paint them. Maintenance is super easy. And like Jen was saying, the shoulder brush here and any of the portable cross-country jumps that Jump for Joy makes are great. They're easy to move around, change the courses. We love them.
You can put them in the water jump. You can put them anywhere you want.
So if you're looking for some new show jumps, some new cross-country jumps, check out Jump for Joy.
Hey, Rick here. Do you have a horse suffering from poor performance, anxiety and fear, low appetite, agitation, or nervousness? Stress Less can help. Stress Less, the hot horse remedy, is veterinarian-developed, show-safe, all-natural formula that promotes calmness, focus, and mood balance in horses experiencing stress related to training, showing, racing, stall rest, and travel. This equine supplement encourages calmness, focus, and mood balance without affecting the motor skills or energy levels of your horse. It promotes a more willing and balanced temperament with no drowsiness or impaired function, resulting in increased focus, a calm mind, and a happier horse and rider. Try Stress Less today and see for yourself why we think Stress Less is the best hot horse remedy you will find. Check us out at centerlinedistribution.net and on Facebook and Instagram as Stress Less Horse Supplement.
Welcome to Terra Nova Equestrian Center, located in Mayaca City, Florida, just a short drive from some of the nation's top beaches.
As a competitor, one of the most important things we look for when planning our competition calendar is the quality of course design and footing for our beloved equine athletes.
We are so excited to host our inaugural event, the event at Terra Nova, this fall. This event was thoughtfully created by some of the most innovative and experienced minds in our sport.
The courses are run over gorgeous terrain, and we are proud to offer custom drainage and irrigation throughout all levels of competition. Terra Nova is certainly the gold standard, with 6 Wordley Martin GGT arenas and a Captain Mark Phillips designed and Eric Bull built cross-country course, complete with frangible technology.
We hope to create a special experience for all levels of riders.
Whether you're experiencing your first horse show or are a seasoned Olympic athlete, Terra Nova is excited to welcome you.
Summit Joint Performance, the injectable joint supplement used by numerous international and Olympic riders, invites you to experience the winning Summit difference. Made of all natural ingredients, Summit increases mobility and comfort. Win your class with Summit Joint Performance. Grant Showalter has over 15 years of equine bodywork and saddle fitting experience. His technique uses manual pressure and stretching to release points of restriction, leading to freer movement, reduced soreness, and restored range of motion. He has a thorough understanding of the importance of a properly fitted saddle. You can quickly identify and correct any balance issues and can adjust your saddle on site. I personally have Grant work on all of my event horses to keep them feeling their best before, during, and after their competitions. Grant is based in Florida year-round, but regularly travels to Georgia, Tennessee, and the surrounding areas. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 484-639-4454.
Welcome back to the Jon and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros as always. And Tamie, it was good enough to stick around. She's going to be getting on this plane in real short order, but we got you for a little bit more time here, so thanks for that. So, Tamie, we're at Boekelo, one of the most fun competitions I've ever been to, and I always tell people when Franz greets the competitors there, the first thing he always says at the briefing, and I wonder if he said it again this year, is, "Welcome to Boekelo. There can only be one winner, but everybody will have a good time."
Unfortunately, Franz was not part of Boekelo.
Oh no.
I know. It was like the most devastating news when we found out he wasn't part of the board anymore. And
he's okay though.
He's fine. He was there. It was not his choice. It was actually very sad because he wanted to continue to be a part of the board. And I called, I said, but you are Mr. Boekelo.
Yeah,
So
totally.
He worked for them for 29 years. And it's just really sad but he was still there. So that's all that matters.
All right. Well, Franz, if you're watching this, I know I always love going there to see him as much as anything else.
Yeah.
So was it still fun? Like, was it a great event for everybody?
Oh my God. You can't even imagine. The parties just get better and better every year, as you can imagine. A girl from Great Britain broke her leg at the groom's party on Tuesday, so she didn't get to compete.
I mean, that's not funny, but that's funny.
I know, but that just tells you how amazing that party was. I mean, you're dancing on the tables and swinging from the rafters, and it's enough time that you can recoup before things get serious. We felt bad for her because she missed out not only on Boekelo, but she had a horse for Poe. So I don't know if the party should have done that.
That sucks.
But there's nothing better than a great party like that. And we all had a great time. The next night was a sponsor party. We got to meet Grolsch, was our sponsor for the United States.
Oh yeah.
So that was
nice. We had lawyers when I was there, but you get Grolsch. I like it.
We got Grolsch. And then the night after that was the big festival with they now have like a catwalk and a fashion show and the disco balls there. It was just incredible. So many people. And I don't have COVID.
And you don't have COVID. Awesome. Good job.
And because the Netherlands did not believe in any kind of masks, and there was literally flocks of people there, as you could see on the live stream, because you didn't really get to see on the horses.
Right. And I just remember, we're not going to talk about that, because when we talk about that topic, we always get bounced off of YouTube for about 2 days. So
okay,
we're not going to talk about that.
No, we won't talk about that.
Yeah, well, so it sounds like it was a great time. I mean, I remember being there and watching, and I think I can say names without getting her in trouble, but I remember watching Lauren ride some poor Dutch boy like a pony across the dance floor until he fell down. So the party's always a good time.
I mean, Miss Conservative even gets down. Yeah. It was pretty good. Rick, what you got?
Hey, I did watch the live stream. Unfortunately, I missed Spencer in the Wizard incident that happened. That would have been great to hear, but I'm going to try to play it back on Clip My Horse TV.
Well, look, Tamie, sorry, Rick, 1 second. Tamie, want to tell us that in as PG as you can for the listeners, what happened there?
He was just being very complimentary. Matt came into the water. He jumped over the brush. One stride, Wizard went to jump in, and the monster grabbed Wizard's legs and pulled him to the ground. And as that happened, Spencer screamed, "Oh, F word," like very loud. And I'm pretty sure we all laughed till we peed in our pants, because there was no bleep, no nothing. It was just like, So, I mean, to be fair, that was the only thing you could say.
True that. Hey, Tamie, talking about monsters in water, I think that monster grabbed you and Twisted Sister. Is that what happened? Is that right?
Yes. I was just cantering in the water.
I know you were. It was just like you went, the monster grabbed you and you just went, whoop, gone.
That's right. That's what happened at Boekelo.
That was a long time ago, but I do remember that.
Yeah.
So, look, I know you had probably a little bit of disappointment with the California horse, but man, she looked great. And I know there was probably a bleep somewhere. We didn't get to see it on the live stream. But she spooked over the ditch and jumped really far left. I never presented to the C element, and I went direct to the option. And the rules, the way you read them, if you don't present to the element and you don't cross your tracks, obviously from a rules point of view,
I don't believe I should have. I even screamed option. But there were 3 other people that did the same thing that actually inquired about the problem, and the officials just decided to, take the idea that it wasn't our original plan. And even though we didn't present to the C element, it was still a 20, which is very frustrating. California doesn't know she didn't jump that jump. I mean, as anybody knows at Boekelo, if you take an option, it's impossible to make the time there when you don't take an option. But when you do, you're definitely not going to make the time. And so, she would have been second. And in my eyes, she was. So we just come back to fight another day.
I'm glad you told me that, because I didn't know it happened. And I was watching you go around. But look, I saw her show jump, and wow. I mean, it was fantastic. So in my heart, she's second as well. So congratulations on that one. That's good to hear. And I'm glad it went so well for her, even though you had that disappointment. Not her fault.
Yeah, thank you.
Jon, wrap it up for us.
Yeah, well, and I just was going to say that really is super disappointing, isn't it? If the reasoning behind it was that wasn't your original intention, so you get the 20. I mean, that's cross-country riding, is fixing things. I tell people that in clinics all the time. It's not about being perfect. It's about recovering.
Right. I know. It was frustrating, but you know what? I mean, it's our sport. It's the frangible pin thing. It's the flag roll. It's all the things, and it is our sport, and we just have to accept those types of things. And you know what? She was green at the ditch. So she just happened to go directly to the option instead of the out. So I thought I pulled it off. Actually, it came through the finish like fist pumping and went double clear on her second advance at a very difficult course. But what do you do? I think I have to board.
All right. Well, listen, Tamie, thank you very much for being with us. I appreciate that we didn't have to argue and fight about MERs this time. Have a safe trip home. And we'll see you in Maryland.
Guys. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks for joining us here with Tamie, guys. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
And before you go, Jon, just shows you how we can do the Jon and Rick show and get somebody going onto a plane in Frankfurt, Germany, and still get her on. Good job.
Yeah. Pretty awesome, huh? Yeah. Thanks again to Tamie for doing that. Rick, let's take a quick break. We're going to be back. And I think we're going to be back. Actually, we're going to run out to Horse Trailer Pros, I believe, and take a quick little tour of their brand new fancy schmancy facility there. They just moved. It's pretty sweet. So you guys need to stick around. If you're on the podcast, we talk you through everything. And if you're on the show and watching us on YouTube and Facebook, like you should be, then you're going to get to see this incredible new facility for Horse Trailer Pros.
The holidays may seem far away, but they're really just around the corner. If you're looking for a heartwarming and custom gift to give this year, consider commissioning a piece by Tegan Henderson at Creature Feature Portraits. Choose between glasses or canvas to immortalize your beloved horses and pets. Creature Feature Portraits provides affordable and classy artwork for you and your home. Find Tegan on Instagram at creature_feature_portraits. And to inquire about commissions and pricing, text her at 774-278-1492.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Deco Pony has specialized in making striking, durable, and affordable custom show and barn accessories for a decade. Our exclusive line of custom products has allowed us to create hundreds of beautiful aisles for riders across the globe. Let us make your dream barn aisle a reality with our custom stall guards, halter guards, wrap holders, and stall plaques. Deco Pony is the exclusive online retailer for QHP Tack in Holland, making it easy to complete your look. Follow Deco Pony on Instagram for all the latest.
Hey, Rick here. Do you have a horse suffering from poor performance, anxiety and fear, low appetite, agitation, or nervousness? Stress Less can help. Stress Less, the hot horse remedy, is veterinarian developed, show safe, all natural formula that promotes calmness, focus, and mood balance in horses experiencing stress related to training, showing, racing, stall rest, and travel. This equine supplement encourages calmness, focus, and mood balance without affecting the motor skills or energy levels of your horse. It promotes a more willing and balanced temperament with no drowsiness or impaired function, resulting in increased focus, a calm mind, and a happier horse and rider. Try Stress Less today and see for yourself why we think Stress Less is the best hot horse remedy you will find. Check us out at centerlinedistribution.net and on Facebook and Instagram as Stress Less Horse Supplement.
Summit Joint Performance, the injectable joint supplement used by numerous international and Olympic riders, invites you to experience the winning Summit difference. Made of all natural ingredients, Summit increases mobility and comfort. Win your class with Summit Joint Performance.
Awesome. New Horse Trailer Pros. That's a new site.
And they even got our spot for us.
I love the spot.
Let's go check it out.
Let's look what's going on. So I've already been here once with my trailer. Have you been here?
My trailers have been here.
My trailer's been here.
Yeah, I got them all cleaned up.
So very cool. New site, Horse Trailer Pros.
Awesome.
I think it's really cool that it's here because it's easy access, right? This is right off 326 on this side and then 27
right
this
Just
way,
make
right?
one turn, a straight shot in.
So he's converted this whole thing. And the Horse Trailer Pros, he got it all spelled right.
That's good.
I know.
I'm impressed.
That's good at that.
I'm not good at spelling, so thank God they are.
HTP. I believe this is going to be the offices here.
Right.
On the front side. So when you come in, right, you're going to come in and you're going to go around the side for receiving.
Yes. And they've got a nice little location there. Pull right up to the line.
And then around the back
check
side.
in. And
all this area for all trailer parking. Again, you can come in left or right and get into the gate.
Yeah, and it's a nice big wide gate, easy to get in and out with the trailer.
Let's check out over on this side. When you pull in, you've already been here with your horse trailer, right?
Yep, so you pull in.
Pulling up here.
Stay to the left when you
Right.
come in. You
come
pull
in.
in here, this is where you pull up to these lines, you get checked in.
Right, right now, Matt's working on getting the completion details, right? So there's gonna be a stop sign here where the trailers come in. Receiving will be in right now. When you go in this door, there is a counter for people coming in.
Yeah.
But in the future, what he's gonna do is complete this out. It's gonna be a showroom along to the side with the offices where, sort of like they are now, where you come in, they have
Right.
parts and stuff for sale.
This is really nice. Like, this is one of the few places I've been to where I've seen they've really set it up to receive
Right.
trucks and trailers for service, as opposed to most of the other places I've been where you kind of pull in, park somewhere in the lot, come and tell us what you like. You come in here, you stop, you hop out of your truck, and you get immediately taken care of.
Right, and there's a lot of things that Horse Trailer Pros do, right? So me and you, we have maintenance on our trailer all the time,
Yeah.
making sure it's roadworthy, ready to go. I unfortunately been here a lot for problems that go beyond general maintenance, but it's the place to come. He also does living quarter remodel,
Yeah.
or even brand new living quarters being installed, right?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in through here, kind of show everybody what is receiving and the desk that they're using now, where our studios are going to be.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
Really cool. Rick, the Jon and Rick show is going to be located here. We're really excited.
And I actually have an idea when we get in there to the front desk.
Let's go.
I've got an idea for us.
Okay.
Joel, you're going to love it.
Yeah, Joel. So let's go inside. Horse Trailer Pros. How can we help you? John, this is where you're going to go when you come in with your trailer for now.
Right. So this is the front desk. This is where the action happens.
Right.
And the thing I like is it's inside, but you don't have to go into a little room here.
Right.
You're out. You get to kind of see the whole shop. It's kind of fun. I'm not sure if it'll stay here or not, but it's kind of neat.
No, yeah, and as Matt was describing to us, I think right now this is so that they are open for business, right? So they have to be able to receive people. This is the counter for that. But as I understand it, when the conversion happens with the front of the building for the showroom and this will turn into a parts counter for the parts and stuff going on there. So, but if everybody would look upstairs,
that is where the magic is.
That is where we will be having the Jon and Rick Show studios. So Matt's going to be enclosing all this. It'll be, sorry about that. We'll be working our magic up there.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we turn around and go?
Hold on, before we do that, I have an idea.
What do you got?
I have an idea. So
what are you going to do?
Look down.
Yeah.
We have this awesome logo on the floor.
Oh.
The Horse Trailer Pro logo.
Right.
I think when you go into the studio, there should be a Jon and Rick Show logo on the floor.
I like it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do like Batman and have it in the sky too.
See if we can make that happen. We got the neon sign. Basically, we're like a bar. So,
we are like a bar.
Yeah.
Kind of.
This is so cool.
And as I understand it, talking about a bar, didn't we get a boot?
We got the boot.
We got the boot.
Yeah, awesome. Boot has arrived. So yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. I'm taken with little details like that, and I think that's kind of the cool thing here at this new place is, I mean, you get all the great service that Horse Trailer Pros always has, but you can tell already, even though they're not quite finished with everything, they've got all the details worked out.
All the details. I mean, and he's put into this a very lot of his heart and soul, because I'm telling you, the transformation even today is off the charts.
Yeah,
so
it's amazing.
Let's go around and give the tour of what's happening this way, and then we'll end up where we came in before when we first got here.
All right, awesome. So if we just walk right here, the first station here,
Yeah.
this is where
we'll do a station at a time.
They do all the welding and fabricating, right?
Gotcha, and it's all in-house. I believe that's one of the big things for Horse Trailer Pros is they don't send anything out. They've gotten everything in here to do it in-house, which is very unique for Horse Trailer Pros. I want to weld, and I know Matt probably won't let us, but we're going to kind of sneak the hoods on anyway.
Yeah, safety first, for sure. So, yeah, they have, I know from talking to Matt, they have all the equipment, everything they need to build everything here in-house, like you were saying.
So if you're on the podcast listening, what we're looking at is a section of the big building in which he has equipment that is unique to welding and getting things ready. It's stuff that is sitting around, like they have a ramp sitting on a table getting ready to go. And
he's explained to us a little bit what some of the tools are. Like apparently that's a shear. I, being a horse guy, have no idea what that means. But I'm glad he has it, because at some point my trailer is going to need it.
Right, and that's this big unit sitting over to the side. So,
and you know what the thing is, like you look around here and because obviously Horse Trailer Pros sponsors the show.
Right.
But they do that because we have such a long-standing relationship with them as customers. And as a customer, I look around here and I'm like, this is amazing because it's all done here in-house. I don't have to bring my trailer here and then have them sub out jobs to other companies. I know it's all being done right and correct.
Yeah, and you know the other good thing about Horse Trailer Pros, if you break down 4 hours from here, he goes and picks it up for you.
Yeah.
He was a great guy.
He may not want you to tell people that. I don't know.
No, I know. Well, you know, it comes with some benefits if you do know Matt, but he is willing to reach out and do whatever he needs to do.
He takes care of everybody.
Everybody. So let's take him over to the living quarters section where they fabricate and then they move over and they start.
Do you think he has lightsabers?
I think maybe. Let's get one.
I feel like Darth
Let's
Vader.
go to the next section.
All right, let's go. All right, so we're going over to the living quarters section now?
Right. And this is a cool place because I kind of wish that I had something that I could have converted with living quarters because he does such a great job, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, Liz Halliday Sharp has her Lori that came over from Ireland, and she's having it totally rebuilt inside to make it Florida worthy. Doesn't have an air conditioner, right?
That's pretty important in Florida.
Very important.
Yeah.
But what a cool Lori that we're looking at. And what we see behind us is a client's brought in this horse trailer that had some water damage, but I think they're totally doing a full living quarter remodel, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of the unique thing about this place. I've never seen one location that can do everything.
Everything.
And that's, just, I think, really cool and really unique. Like, this living quarter completely gutted out and being ready to be renovated and built into a brand new fancy living quarters.
Right.
Which is pretty amazing. I think when I grew up in Wisconsin, that would have been like a trip to Oklahoma to get something like that done. And to be able to just have it done right here is amazing.
So what we're looking at, if you're on the podcast, is a 3-4 horse slant with living quarters that doesn't have a slide out, but it's all gutted out. So I'm sure when we do the show later on, when it's finished, we should show what it looks like to people that can see it, and to others we can just ooh and ah over what it looks like.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So it's just, I just think it's incredible how everything here is done in-house.
I agree. In-house and done great.
Yeah.
So why don't we move along to the other side, because we're going to do a full circle.
Yeah, and that's where I need to send my trailer next, is the next side.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out. Right.
So we're going to leave the living quarters area, and I know Matt's been telling us a lot. He's going to have, and I'm not cussing on the show, but they're called big ass fans that will be installed up here. They haven't come in yet. I think they've been back ordered. It's been waiting for a while, but that's going to keep the air circulation going on in here. So as we walk over here is where they're going to be doing what a lot of people need done to their trailers: pressure washed, get all the green off from Florida from the year being here, or whatever they're doing. But they do a great job. There's all kinds of water runoffs in here, and they can get it all done inside.
Let's go check it out.
Let's go look at it.
All right, so here we are. This is where the cleaning happens. Obviously, they've got 2 trailers here lined up for tomorrow.
This one needs cleaning.
Yeah, it looks like mine right now.
Right.
But I think it's pretty cool because I've done this work before, and it's miserable.
It's not easy.
Have to clean it. They're a big thing to get done. It's a big job. And truthfully, having it done inside is great because you actually get all the stuff off. Otherwise, I think sometimes you get these trailers, they get cleaned at your place.
Right.
And yeah, they're pretty good, but they're still, when you're spraying them and cleaning them, stuff's splashing up off the ground back onto the trailer. So.
Right. Yeah, this is obviously nothing's going to backsplash onto it. So they get cleaned here, and they, then they go out looking ready to go.
Yeah. And then we come over here, and this is where they do sort of the, I guess we call this like the day parking type stuff.
I think they come in day parking, and then they move them around for whatever they need to get done.
Yeah, and I actually even see one of my students' trailers here.
Which one's that?
Yeah, Chrissy Rubosh has her Cimarron here.
Right.
And gets taken care of. I know she's a big fan of Horse Trailer Pros, and they always look after her, and so I was not surprised to see her trailer parked here waiting for her to come pick it up.
Right. Very good. Well, my horse trailer was here. It was down there, but I think it's really cool that Matt can maneuver all these big trailers in here. They have a really cool unit. It's over there that picks them up and brings them around and gets them in the lineup. So what I think we should do is walk down here and then look at the center section of this that's in the middle and see what's going on there.
All right, let's go check it out.
Come on with us. Matt's last shop had, I believe, 3 bays, right?
Yep.
And so now what he's able to do, because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trailers in here for daily work. So they get put in here, they get put in for tire work or whatever, electrical work or whatever work they're getting done. And look, he's able to do a lot more trailers with more space that gives us more service, which is terrific, right?
Yeah, but what I'm most interested in is that.
I know. I brought it in the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
No, I
is
think
that
that's
beautiful or what?
That's one in storage that he's got a great place, and he's got people that said, can you store it for me? And it's here, but maybe we should try to take it for a ride.
Maybe we should try to find the keys.
I know, right?
Yeah, I like it.
We're gonna go down and look at some other stuff down here.
All right.
So we're coming around full circle, right? And we're heading back to where we came in from the first receiving area. This is like the cool thing. We're gonna go up and see what our studios are, where they're gonna be.
It's cool for us, for sure.
It's cool for us. Let's go see. So John, you gotta go a little bit quick and quiet up the stairs.
Like a ninja.
Ninja coming up to the top.
I feel like a ninja.
And then the view up here of the whole thing is amazing, right?
Yeah, we'll be able to sit up here and watch the guys work.
Are we gonna have like windows?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
We're gonna be blacked out.
No, I think it will have windows.
So look at this.
It's pretty remarkable, huh?
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Yeah.
Right?
King of the world.
No, what a great facility. I think he's done a terrific job. By the time he's got another couple months just to put finishing touches on.
Yep.
But it's in full operation now. He can do all the work, which he is in full swing. And just, it's amazing because it is a great place to go for your horse trailers. And I can't wait to be here with our studios for the Jon and Rick show.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not sure Matt totally appreciates what he's done here because I think he's expanded to take care of his existing clientele. But to me, he's created such an incredible place. I think he's going to be 10 times as busy because you would come to this from all over the country to get your trailers.
You definitely would. And I know some inside story, I think, and I don't think it's wrong, but there's going to be another exit put in off of 75. Right now, this is 350.
Specifically for horse trailer pros.
Specifically, he got it put in.
Right, there you go.
No, I just think it just so happens that the exit will be coming in, but it's 354 is right here, which is 27.
Right.
And it's going to come around the backside, so it's going to be even easier to access horse trailer pros from that exit.
Perfect.
So I can't wait. But this has been a great tour, and I hope that everybody out there with their horse trailers, get them into Horse Trailer Pros. It's a great place to bring them. It's 352-804-2131. Horse Trailer Pros. Let them do your work for you.
Awesome. I'm impressed.
I just had the truck out there with the number on it.
Oh, good job. Higher Standards Leather Care brings joy to a chore that every rider, whether Western or English, competition or trail, has to do. Clean and care for our tack. The saddle soap comes in 4 scents, all named after beloved horses. Ben's Rosemary Mint, Buzz's Citrus Ginger, Fox's Vanilla Lavender, and Woody's Confidence. For those who prefer a fragrance-free soap, Plain Bay is our unscented option. Our leather balm is a rich conditioner and, like the soap, is all handmade in small batches. Find us at hsleathercare.com to order direct or to find out if your favorite tack store is one of our retailers. Grant Showalter has over 15 years of equine bodywork and saddle fitting experience. His technique uses manual pressure and stretching to release points of restriction, leading to freer movement, reduced soreness, and restored range of motion. He has a thorough understanding of the importance of a properly fitted saddle. You can quickly identify and correct any balance issues and can adjust your saddle on site. I personally have Grant work on all of my event horses to keep them feeling their best before, during, and after their competitions. Grant is based in Florida year-round, but regularly travels to Georgia, Tennessee, and the surrounding areas. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 484-639-4454.
Hi, I'm Liz Halliday-Sharp. I'm an international event rider based in Ocala, Florida, and Lexington, Kentucky. We love our Jump for Joy jumps. We're able to take the fillers and portables with us back and forth between our 2 locations, which is really helpful. And we especially love the cross-country portable fences. We have lots of different ones so that we can bring them between Lexington and Ocala, and we've always got something exciting for the horses to learn and jump over. We love our fences, and we would recommend Jump for Joy to anybody.
When it comes time to compete, I demand the best out of my horses and myself. That's why Elemental Fit Lab, the home of CrossFit antics, is my home gym. Coach Vilma and her team create a fun, welcoming environment for athletes of all levels. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, Elemental Fit Lab will guide you towards a stronger, healthier version of you. Mention the Jon and Rick Show to get 3 free personal training sessions with enrollment.
Sweet Dixie South is an equestrian facility built for the lifestyle of eventers of all levels. Whether you are coming to Ocala for the entire season, a week, a month, or a year, this beautiful 160-acre farm is the place to settle in and enjoy your time with horses. They offer a full cross-country course with 2 water features, banks, ditches, and amazing footing to gallop, a spectacular all-weather footing ring, large grass jumping fields, and dressage rings. Located in the rolling hills of North Marion County in Reddick, Florida, Sweet Dixie South has 100 stalls and numerous paddocks, apartments, a line of camper hookups, washer and dryer amenities, as well as common areas to complete your experience during your stay. Under the ownership of Mike Campbell and the management of Can-Do Joe Adams of Top Rail Tack, Sweet Dixie South has transformed into a premier eventing training facility in Florida. Go to www.sweetdixiesouth.com for more information.
Welcome back to the Jon and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros, and we are really excited to be joined by Caitlin Silliman, who just finished up the Morven Park CCI4 and, by our research, was the only double clear on cross country. So congratulations, Caitlin, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Excited to be on, guys.
Yeah, this is how you know you've made it big time.
Exactly.
So just tell us a little bit about the mare. I mean, I want to get into Morven Park, but first of all, tell us about Allie, how you got her, who owns her, what's the story with her?
So Allie is a 10-year-old this year. She's ultra caner. She's a 16-3 hand mare. I've had her, the ride on her since she was a 5-year-old. I started riding her in the summer of her 5-year-old year. She was bought by the McHugh family out of the Tracaner auction at Katie Sport Horses, I believe. And Morgan started her and got her to the training level, and then I took over. She's been an awesome horse for me. She hasn't always been easy. Her career's a little bit, you know, you look at her record, it's a little bit scattered. There's a lot of success in there, and then there's some surprising failures as well. But I've stuck with her. She's been the best horse I've had since my gray mare Catch Star, and I think all the hard work is paying off. I've always believed in her, and she is an incredible athlete. She's great in all 3 phases. She's a big, impressive mover. She's scopy cross country, and she's really learned how to gallop. And she's careful in the show jumping. So I've been confident this whole, you know, the whole time, the last 5 years, that if we can just get it all together, she'll be unbeatable. And I think we're headed that direction. There's still certainly lots to learn, but yeah, I think she's pretty special.
So it looks like you had a dressage test that maybe, you know, is one where you're hoping it's going to get better as it goes. Obviously, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Our dressage test was the worst we've done at this level. Which
good timing.
Don't want to pull off at your first furlong, but she was super. She was quite a spooky, and she still is, spooky horse early in her career. And we used to have some exciting moments in the test. This test was just really boring. A lot of sloppy errors on my part. She was very well behaved, super obedient. I did my first change, I did it late, and then I broke to trot. And if anyone's seen the 4-star test B, you turn right, change from right to left, and then it's a quick turn to the left, right into the half pass. So it's a couple steps of trot in there. That's a little bit hairy.
And then you don't get extra credit for that, unfortunately.
No, it's a little bit tricky to come back from, but we did. And like I said, there were no big disobedience catastrophes. It was just pretty mediocre on the jockey's part.
Well, it happens, but I think the cool thing is you moved up 15 places. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. So obviously the cross country was the big thing at Morven Park, and you must have had a great go, because I watched a lot of videos of people having mistakes out there, and it was a pretty stout course. So tell us about her going cross country.
I had the fairy tale round. She was incredible. I haven't had the best year, which makes this round even more special. We had a little bit of a tough start. I definitely kind of COVID got us last year, not competing a ton. I moved her up to advance, riding off of a great result at Fair Hill 3 long, I guess in 2019. Yeah. And so moved her up to advanced in Aiken, and then COVID happened. Our competing got shut down. Was able to do another advanced later in the summer at the New Jersey Horse Park. And then I took her to do her first 4-long at Great Meadow, and we had a stop in the show jumping, and we had 2 stops cross country. So we finished, but again, not what you're looking for when you move up. And then I just finished the season with a 3 short, ready to start fresh in 2021. And then I got eliminated at Pine Top in the advance, went back to intermediate, did fine, to the 3 long at Jersey, and then hit the ground running this summer to move back up. And she's been in form all summer and going into the fall. And like I said, our hard work paid off. I wish there was more video. There wasn't live streamed, and I don't think RNS was there, so I wish that more of it was caught on camera. But she was great the whole way around. You go to these big events, and on the long courses, usually, there's a shocker somewhere, something doesn't quite go to plan, and it pretty much went to plan the whole way around. And I was seeing lots of galloping distances, and she's very light in the bridle and gallops uphill, and so I was able to be quite quick. And I didn't know I've made the time at her 2-3 longs, but I was sort of 2 seconds under. It was just under the time. And I don't know that I could have gone a lot faster. She didn't run out of gas at all, but that was sort of her speed. And she just never gave up on me at Morven. She went the whole way around, and she was fresh at the end, and couldn't have been any better.
Well done with the persistence there to get her there. You picked the right time to have the great cross country for sure. Rick, what do you have?
So obviously we know Morven threw some angles at some other people, and 13 out of the 24, I think, didn't complete. So congratulations, because you did nail it, and that's awesome to hear. Clayton Fredericks is here. I saw Dana Cook kind of touch base with them a little bit, but evidently the waters with the corner and some other areas were causing some problems, but it sounds like you nailed it. So I think that's a really cool thing. So tell us, of all the combinations out there and the Derek DeGrazzi course, what were you most worried about going into it, and how did you handle it once you got through it?
I was nervous about the big corner line up by the mansion, but Derek always sets you up well. The combinations in the beginning were pretty straightforward, but they were set on big distances. So he got you going forward, and she was eating the distances up. So I was planning to go 4-4 at the corners. The tough part about a smaller division, I think there were 26 or 27 of us starting. You don't get to watch a lot. I mean, I was towards the end, and Morven is such a big, beautiful course. You got to, sprint out and pick 2 things you want to see. There wasn't a live stream, so you're going out with not a lot of knowledge. I was so lucky my coach, Boy Barton, was there. And so he went out and scoped out a couple things for me. I was able to watch the backwater, which I was nervous about. But everyone was riding that a little bit differently. So I went out with the plan we came up with, and she did the 4-4 at the corners easy. And then I was really worried about the second water. She isn't great off a blind turn. That's where she can be a little bit green with her legs, and she's very honest. She'll go if I tell her to go, but her instincts aren't as good when she's not sure what she's jumping into. And I went out to watch Buck, and he did the 3, and it was epic. His first horse, Mr. Candyman, was really green, and he rode forward on the 3 strides to the 1, and he got it done. But I knew that I wasn't good enough to be able to do that. So I was set that I was going to do the 4, but the 1 was quite long. So, and she's got a big stride, so I knew I needed to get that 4 just right. And I jumped the cabin, and it wasn't the exact distance I wanted to see. It was a little bit gappy. It wasn't as deep as I wanted, but I let her hang out a little bit left, and she saw the hedges, and she just went for it. So that was great. And the only place that I changed my mind there at the very end, after that, I think it was 24 AB, there was a table to a corner on a straight line, and it rode in a very big 4. And some people were doing 5, and I didn't quite get the shot in that I wanted. I saw it a little too far out, and it was going to be too big of a move at the end of the course, a little risky. So I wiggled out and did 5, and she did it great.
That's great. So back to the last water. So the one video I did get to see was Maya Black, who I believe, approached it the same way you did. She came in and she hit the cabin and she got the forward to a bit of a reaching one. But it sounds like that was, I mean, when I talked to Dana and some other people, that was really causing some problems. So good on you to get it done. And what better person to watch but Buck, but epic on the 3, but you did it in the 4. So that's terrific.
Yeah. That was a tough line. And I was hoping that's what I was most worried about when I walked. And you walk a couple times and it looks better. I couldn't quite see it. And then I thought, you know what, maybe it's one of these things where it's built the way, like Derek knows what he's doing, obviously. And we're going to scratch our heads and lose sleep over it tonight and go back and forth between 3 and 4. I couldn't see the 3, but I couldn't really see the 4. And all I was absolutely sure about was that one was long in the water and at the end of the course. And mine is, she is quick-footed, but she's a big mare, and chipping the 2 in is not ideal either. Like, she's not really going to throw that in. It's not her style. So I was pretty stressed. And like I said, I went out to watch Buck and I knew I couldn't pull that off. And then I stayed a bit longer and watched Jessie Phoenix go through, and she was beautiful. She did the 4. So I knew the 4 was possible. I just really didn't want to mess it up.
Well, to that point, I actually have to say, we were talking about it earlier here on the show. Buck is the Pathfinder this weekend at Maryland. So hopefully everybody will learn from you and go out and watch him chase around the 5-star here and get their lines all sorted out so they can all have as successful a go on cross country as you did at Morven.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. So listen,
and I'm sitting here at Fair Hill right now. It's behind me. It's going to be quite exciting. It's a big change. We were all used to the old location. This is quite epic. And I'm looking across and I'm seeing the Europeans over there in their barn. And so excited about having you here soon. And thanks for joining us. And congratulations. Obviously, show jump went great and you nailed it. So congratulations.
Thank you. Well, we're excited to have it for long at Morven. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful venue. I hadn't been there in a long time, and they've gotten their rings redone and have all the land for it. So hopefully it's the first of many furlongs there.
I'm sure it will be. Listen, Caitlin, thanks for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for watching the Jon and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a whole wrap-up on Maryland and lots of exciting guests. So thanks again, guys. Till next time.
Till next time.
Rick Wallace.
And I have Don Holly here with me.
3 Faces, dressage, cross country, show jump. And you're out on course and something's going wrong or going right. You know how to react to what they're doing.
It was built originally to be a schooling facility, and so everything's set up very conveniently.